Hey guys, welcome in. We're pardon me. We're going to get started on our fifth game in the week one schedule for the Global Legends Football League. We have the Aces at the Pandas, and we'll take a look at the rosters here real quick. Again, only doing this in week one. After this, we'll just get into the games and we'll see the players as they play and make plays. All right, so on the Aces, we got Bart Starr, Drew Bledsoe, Jake Delhomme, Gerald Riggins, Jim Thorpe, Matt Forte, and Devontae Freeman. Mike Carney is the fullback. Wide receiver Des Bryant, Plexico Burris, Terrell Owens, Jeremy Macklin, and Roddy White loaded at receiver. Ozzie Newsome at tight end, Bob Tucker and Chris Cooley. Left tackles Irv Pankey and Pat Donovan. Left guard Raymond Foster and Jim Richter. Centers Mike Morris and Rob Davis. Right guard Chris Chester and Chris Valerio. Hope I said that right. I know I've heard that name before, just don't remember. Keith Fonhorst and Khalif Barnes. On to the defense, we got Julius Peppers. Looks like he might have been hurt in preseason, possibly. Bobby Hamilton, Lyle Alzado, Rulon Jones, and Jack Gregory. Defensive tackles Casey Hampton, Mike Patterson, Mike Lewis, and Larry Brooks. Left outside linebackers Lorenzo Alexander and Bob Brudzinski. Pepper Johnson at middle linebacker and Jim Youngblood. Daryl Talley and Andy Russell at right outside linebacker. Cornerbacks, we got Leroy Irvin, Carlos Rogers, Chris McAllister, Chris Dishman, and Will Allen. Free safety, we have Tom Darden and Dick Anderson. Strong safeties, we got Ken Houston, Stephen Moore, and Mel Phillips. With kicker of John Carney and a punter of Dustin Colquitt. So we'll head back over here then and take a look at the Pandas. And separate out by position here. We got Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Brooks, Gale Sayers, Jamal Charles, Christian McCaffrey, Lawrence McCutcheon, loaded at halfback. Which technically I guess all teams should be loaded. Howard Griffith, Rod Smith, Reggie Wayne, Eddie Kennison, Derek Alexander, and Daryl Jackson at wide receivers. Travis Kelce, Gary Barnage, and Matt Spieth at tight end. Jeff Criswell, he's out for the season, looks like. John, is it Geisler? Not sure how to pronounce it. Richie Incognito, Randy Rasmussen, Andy McCollum, and John Dornbos. Roberto Garza, he's probable, so he's coming off of something. Bob Newton, Mark Dennis, and Dale Hellestray. Hope I said that right. Nolan that might be a typo. Nolan Harrison, I think is what is it Harrison? Maybe it is. Jacob Green, Mario Williams, Jared Allen, and Hugh Douglas at right ends. Stacked there. Leroy Glover, Dana Stubblefield, Norman Hand, and Joe Ehrman. Scott Fujita, DJ Williams, Brian Urlacher, Scott Studwell, Terrell Suggs, and Chris Hamburger. James Hasty, Walt Harris, Kevin Ross, Jeff Burris, and Dwayne Woodruff. Free safeties Ed Reed, Tom Pridemore. These guys are stacked on defense. Al Matthews, Michael Lewis, and Gary Finsick. Kicker Gary Anderson. Saw Morton Anderson in one of the earlier games. And Rich Camarillo as the punter. So we'll go ahead and get this party started.
A great matchup of two teams, a great atmosphere. It's time for football. We're just about ready to kick off another year of NFL football. Thanks for being here to enjoy today's season opening game as the visiting team square off against the home team. Both teams have taken the field, and the season is about ready to get started. Number 3 will be kicking off.
The home team will be kicking off to start the game. Number 18 back to return.
All right, Reno Aces are going to start with the football. Decent return.
To call their first play of the game.
Number 18 on the return.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Keep moving.
Bart Starr's quarterback and Riggs as the running back to start.
Keeping him at bay. Urlacher is there on the stop at the 29-yard line.
I know they
Didn't take long for Brian to get involved.
Defense, respect the fact that you're willing to run.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Knock him out.
Going for the deep man.
He's open.
It's caught. Lewis comes up to make the play at the 34.
You have to play him.
Plexico
physically off the
Burris.
line. Bump him off his route. Jam him. Stuff like that. Because I'll tell you this. If you give him a free release and he can get behind you, he can do some real damage.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Here I go. So we gonna take it. We're coming to roll.
Riggs, the deep back. Tucks it away. Play action. Throws it.
Ooh,
Lewis
Mo.
is there on the stop.
Burris comes down with another one.
Burris pulls in the pass for a 1st down. He's picked up both 1st downs on this series. Inside the red zone.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Back in the gun. Let's go now. Let's go, boys. They ain't got nothing.
Gets the pass off. He was
Ooh.
He needs to do a better job putting the pass in a spot where only his guy can get it.
On the play.
Those tip passes can turn into interceptions pretty easily.
Number 18 was his intended target.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Hold the look.
Give it to the halfback. Glover is there for the tackle at the 14-yard line. Riggs with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup.
First run really that got him anything.
Had to get it to the 9 to pick up the 1st.
Looks like they might be a passing team though, just trying to keep me honest. Got Forte in on this play.
With the pass.
Ooh, and the
Was the one
defender.
they were trying to get the ball to.
And the defender had the position that time. Like it wasn't picked off.
Carney will try to give his team the lead with his field goal attempt. The kick
And
sails
take the 3 points.
and they come away with a field goal on their first drive of the game.
They established some things on offense, and they got 3 points out of it. I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot more points out of them before this one's over.
From the 1-yard line. Sheds the tackle.
Uh-oh. Oh, they got him.
The home team trying to push this one all the way down the field for the lead.
See what the Pandas can do on offense. They were able to hold the Aces to a field goal in the first possession. So let's see if they've got an answer. Looks like Christian McCaffrey in the backfield to start.
Goes in motion. Tucks it away. Can't pull him down. Number 56 comes up to make the play at the 37.
When you run the ball in the first half, you're trying to keep the defense honest. But if you're only getting gains like that in the second half, then it puts more pressure on your passing game.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Keep moving. All right, here we go. Let's go.
The visiting team with a 4-man front. Pressure coming, throwing, and the
Oh, he's open.
made.
Oh, he missed him. He's gone.
Touchdown.
They do answer. I believe that's Kelsey, isn't it?
Watch it here. He reads the
Roethlisberger to
coverage,
Kelsey.
looks for the best option, and then throws it to him.
The point after is good.
They did everything they had to on that one. The end result is a trip across the goal line and a TD on the board.
Actually, kind of surprised Bradshaw's not starting, to be honest with you.
Number 3 is back and ready to put this one in the air. It's on its way. From the 8. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. Ball on their own 33.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Everything you got. Hey, watch the screen.
A little misdirection. Can't bring him down. Harris
Running
is
through
there for
people.
the tackle at the 44. The defense just couldn't wrap him up.
You know, the back did a heck of a job
The
of
best run
running
he's
with
had so
power,
far.
and that power allowed him to get a first down.
First and 10.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Blue down, blue down. One back. Get it up.
Only one man in the backfield. Gets the
Draw
ball.
play.
Urlacher
Decent
comes
game.
up to make the play at the 50-yard line.
It's important to
I'm
pound the
feeling
defense with
Urlacher's
the
going to
run.
have a lot of tackles in this game.
They're going to bend.
Ball at about midfield.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
All right, now. Yeah, let's go, baby. It's showtime, baby.
He gets the handoff on the delay. Reed is there on the stop at the
Ed Reed with the
45-yard
tackle.
line. So he gets about 5 yards and the first.
Nothing fancy either. He just goes right at the defense to move those chains.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Jim Thorpe on the carry. Interesting.
Watch the face. Hey, let's go. One,
They
two.
line up in the I formation on the call. Number 75 comes up to make the play.
Running the ball consistently is the first step in creating a balanced attack.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Under 10, 10. Watch screen. Watch out.
The home team with a 4-man front.
Hold the look. Hey, watch the ball.
Gets the call.
Thorpe on the carry again for a first down.
The visiting team are handling the defense third down in this drive.
1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Stay soft, man. Here we come. You can't stop me.
Hand it off. Sheds the
Back to Riggs.
comes up to make the play.
Uh-oh.
At the 26-yard line.
Oh, tack on some more there.
His face mask may have been pulled.
The team with the most discipline is the team that doesn't commit stupid penalties. And they're the team that usually executes better.
So they don't do any favors for themselves as the offense moves into field goal range. Nickelback in this time.
Everything you got, nothing.
Give it to the halfback.
Well, another decent run.
This one will be spotted at the 5-yard line.
Getting it done on the ground all of a sudden.
In the game. Again and again. Another first down.
Yeah, and this offense has really impressed me on this drive. They've been moving the ball very methodically. They're getting closer and closer to the end zone.
Turn it up now. Here we go.
Their last red zone trip resulted in a field goal. Going to the left. Harris is there for the tackle.
The blocking just wasn't there on the outside.
It's second and goal at the 5.
Good shoot. Will.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Goes to the end zone. Makes the catch. Touchdown.
This is a
Wow.
good play
Well,
by the
contact
offense
going
in
on
the
there.
zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right
Oh,
here.
guess it
and
wasn't.
Come up with a catch and the touchdown.
Must have been the angle I was at. So, Macklin with the touchdown reception. That's going to put Reno back in front. May have a high-scoring affair brewing here.
The extra point attempt is good.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component to an effective offense.
Carney comes in to kick off. They'll return this one. From the 6. The home team is trying to take the lead on this drive as they take over.
Big hit.
Ball on their own 27.
27-yard line. 1st and 10.
You gotta believe it. It's RJ. Yeah, you see me.
Number 22 is the deep back. Number 7 sends a man in motion. Here they come. The fullback has it with room to roam. Andy goes out of bounds. At the 31. Blitz almost got to him there, John.
You don't always have to get to the quarterback when you blitz effectively. Football's about rhythm and timing. Bringing extra guys that makes him throw the ball before he wants to can upset that timing.
Deuce it.
Number 22, the lone back, gives the ball off. Throwing. And this pass is completed. The defense
First
blitzes
down.
the corner, but the quarterback got rid of it quickly for a completion and a first down.
That was a great play because he saw him coming, remained calm, and threw an accurate pass.
Ball on their own 37.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Check it.
Number 7 out of the gun. Blitz is coming. Throws on the move. Right on target to the wide receiver. The 20.
He's
the
gone.
10. Touchdown. Home team.
Wow,
This is
what a
nice
play.
work by both the quarterback and the receiver in this play. Watch it here. He reads the coverage, looks for the best option, and then throws it to him.
It's in pretty good position. Just couldn't get a finger on the ball. Get ready to have 24 points scored and still got almost over a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
The offense kept taking and taking.
It seems like the defenses have not shown up for this game.
Got the touchdown.
It's not so far. Rod Smith with the touchdown there.
Number 3 will be kicking off. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. from the 4-yard line. The defense looks to rebound after that last effort when they allowed a touchdown. Ball on their own 26.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Come on. So we gonna take it. Here we go, baby. Rock and roll. Here we come. Watch the snap down. Let's go.
To carry it, Williams is there on the stop at the 28.
They might not be busting off big gains, but those linemen are really working hard down there.
Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Watch the man.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Here we go.
Throwing. And the catch is made.
Oh, he steps out.
Gain there because he was able to stay in bounds.
Newsome on the reception.
The team really appreciates guys who make plays like that. He didn't go out of bounds.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
We turning it up. One of us gonna make a play.
Only one man in the backfield.
Stop that motor. Yeah, let's go, baby. All right, let's go.
Hand it off. Lewis is there for the tackle.
On the run.
Now they got to keep going at it. They can get that defense tired, and on its heels, these games will get longer and bigger as the game goes on.
2nd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Under 10. Let's go, boys. Play football.
The visiting team line up in Tripp's bunch. Throwing. And he makes the grab. Williams is there on the stop.
Newsome on the reception again. He's having a good drive.
Yeah, and this quarterback makes his living with these kind of passes. He'll dink and dunk you all the way down to the end zone.
1st and 10.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Watch your eyes. Hey, storm.
The home team come out in a 4-3. Newsome, the man in motion. They'll bring the blitz. With the throw, Hasty is there for the tackle at the 16-yard line.
Able to pick up the blitz.
A 2nd consecutive first down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
Watch your back. No more, fellas. Back it up, baby.
The last time they were inside the 20, they got a touchdown out of it. Lobs one into the end zone. Good adjustment. Touchdown, visiting team. Number 15 completes another drive with a beautiful touchdown pass.
Plaxico Burress again. He's having a pretty good day.
Carney comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. So at the end of one, the score is 17-14.
31 points in the first quarter. That doesn't bode well for the defenses.
And we're ready to start the second quarter.
At that pace, we'll have 62 points by halftime.
From the 4-yard line. Sheds the tackle. They couldn't stop them from getting into the end zone the last time out.
On the return.
It's 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. 1st and 10.
Deuce. Danny. You gotta believe it.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Hand it off. Jones is there for the tackle at the 32-yard line.
Well, even though it didn't work on that play, I like that strategy. They get their back running full speed around end, looking to match him one-on-one with the smallest guy in the field.
2nd and 9.
32-yard line.
Come on.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3, looking to run it here. Patterson comes
Decent
up with
gain that time.
at the 39-yard line.
Vision is so important to these ball carriers. They got to find the hole and get to it before it closes. If there's no hole there, then they got to know that too. If you don't have the vision, you just can't find the hole.
Hard count. Knock him back. Dig in, D.
Hand off to the tailback. Misses the tackle. Number 56.
Oh, I think he got it. Barely.
Before the first down is reached. Johnny was able to get away from a defender who broke into the backfield to get the first down.
If you get into an opponent's backfield, you've got to make the stop.
Let's turn it up, D. All on us, y'all.
Out of the I formation. Going to the right.
Trying to get to the edge.
Moore.
Got a little bit.
Charles runs off tackle for a gain of a couple. Ball on their own 44.
Hey. It's on. Area.
Throwing. This one falls
Ooh.
complete. John, he rushed that throw.
And you should credit the defensive line. They do a nice job tying up the blockers and can bring pressure up the middle. When you combine their play with the fact that the defensive coordinator likes to bring additional blitzers from the outside, it can make for a very long day for the quarterback.
The
Jamal Charles in this time.
Give it to the halfback.
On delay.
Comes up to
Didn't
make
get
the
much.
play. At the 46. Not getting the first down. That will probably bring out the punter.
I think that's the first drive we've not had a score on, isn't it?
Number 3 will come in now to punt it away. Number 18 looks like he's ready for the return. Fair catch called for.
First and 10. Ball on the
Reno gets the ball back with the lead. See if they can tack on to that.
Only one man in the backfield. He tucks it away. Strong move. They'll spot this one at the 30-yard line. That's the fourth stop he's made today. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. Ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Watch your eyes. Clear.
The home team come out in a 4-3. Hand it off to the back. They're going to spot this one at the 32. And that's now 3 tackles for him in this game. He gets just barely enough for the first down. Ball on their own 32.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Regular. Be the hammer, not the nail.
Only one man in the backfield.
No more, fella. Hey, let's go.
He hands it off. Williams comes up to make the play at the 35.
Right now, they need to keep going at the defense.
Only got a couple there.
Sooner or later, they'll be able to
Get them
break
behind the
out
chains a
big
little bit.
games.
2nd and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Lucky. Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
The home team with a 4-man front. White goes in motion.
Hard and fast, baby. I'm coming through, baby.
Ooh.
Number 97.
Gets him back ahead of the chains.
So he's called for encroachment.
The defense needs to concentrate better than that. Nothing frustrates a coach more than a penalty like that.
Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Do some.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Gets the pass off, and it's caught. Suggs is there on the stop at the 44. Nice call going to the air, and that'll move the chains.
Interesting. Bart Starr so far, 6 completions in a row.
Watch screen. All right, now. Let's go.
Only one man in the backfield.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey,
Second audible.
let's go. Let's ride, man. Hey.
Looking upfield.
Oh.
Williams is there for the tackle.
Got a little bit.
The 50. Riggs busted through for a few tough yards.
Second and 4. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Get it, son. Yeah, let's go, baby. One back.
The home team come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs.
Pretty good hole there.
The visiting team are handling the defense right now. They haven't even had a third down in this drive. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Blue down. Run it! Will.
Thorpe, the lone back.
Let's dictate.
Hand it off. Can't pull it
Giving
back.
Riggs a breather.
Will be spotted at the 38. So that tackle was his third.
A tough running game will make your passing attack even more effective.
And this is the 8th play of this drive.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Stay both left. We like to practice.
Only one man back. Unleashes the deep ball. This pass is incomplete. An errant pass that time.
Incomplete. Burris, the intended receiver on the play.
Wow, Burris had one he didn't come down with, huh?
9th play of this drive.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Come on. Set. You gotta believe it. It's our day. Watch it.
He tucks it away. They'll go with a play fake. With the pass. Complete to the fullback. Harris is there for the tackle at the 12. So they pick up a first down and a lot more. Good call there. So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown.
12-yard line.
We turning it up. Yeah, you see me. Hey, walk it
They
down
got it
there.
into the end zone on their last red zone drive. Hand off to the tailback. Stubblefield is there on the stop. At
Ooh,
the
Dana
10.
with a stop.
Battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. They need 10 for the touchdown.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
One back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Riggs, the lone setback. Burris, the man in motion.
Play hard and fast, baby. Let's go, let's go. Deuce it, deuce it.
Put it off to the back. Hasty comes up to make the play at the 2-yard line.
James Hasty with the tackle.
They're really having their way with this defensive front seven.
2 more yards and they'll be in the end zone.
Ball on the 2-yard line.
Check it. Here we go.
Riggs in the backfield, closing in, looks to the end zone. He
Ooh,
can't get his feet down
out
in
of
the end zone.
bounds.
And that's just a case of
Going
him
to
not
Burris
knowing
again.
who it was. He has to be able to
Must
drag
like the
his
matchup
foot there and come up
with
a
him. We're gonna take the field goal, huh?
Not
They
much
line
more
up
than an
for a
extra point here.
19-yard field goal attempt.
The veteran
field
kicks
goal
it
attempt
through. Carney
is good.
caps off the long drive by punching a short one through.
And some people may say, oh, this is an easy field goal. But let me tell you, after everything we've seen, there are no easy ones.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 2-yard line.
Ooh,
The home team will have to hurry it up as they
got
start
crunched.
at the 22.
First and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Takes off. Number 56 is there for the tackle at the 27-yard line.
What they're doing here is keeping the defense from huddling up. And it keeps the same defense on the field.
Number 7 sends a man in motion.
I can do it, baby. Hey, let's go.
Dropping back, gets the pass off, and it's complete. Alexander is there on the stop.
Here's a no huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Keeps it. So he'll be down at the 40-yard line.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
Killing them 8 yards at a time, apparently.
Throws it. Rogers
There's
is
one.
there for the tackle at the 41-yard line.
You know what this does? It keeps one defense on the field, and it doesn't let them get the right personnel in there sometimes.
Pass play here on first down. Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down. He picks up the sack.
He'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Deep throw.
So he needs to be throwing the ball, not running it.
Makes the
Oh, he hit him.
touchdown.
Wow. Reggie Wayne for the touchdown.
Everyone back in coverage, yet he's still able to connect with his receiver for the touchdown.
Now that is one heck of a
I believe
play.
that's who that was.
Perfect read.
Make sure
Got it
here.
off quickly,
Yep,
and the
Reggie
receiver
Wayne.
did the rest.
Anderson will put them up by 1 by converting here. The extra point attempt is good.
No matter what kind of field
Very
position
possible to
you
be
start with,
21-20 at
as a
halftime
defensive
here.
player, you got to be thinking touchdown. These guys kept their eye on the end zone.
It slowed the
That's
pace down
exactly the
somewhat,
kind
but
of drive they were looking for.
still has the potential to be a pretty high scoring game.
Number 3 is just about ready to kick this one away. From the 5-yard line. The offense ready to go again.
Gets it out to the 20. That's
resulted in a field goal. And now they are
probably not what they were hoping for.
to try to get some points before the half. So they have first and 10 here.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Number
Well,
50.
Riggs and Thorpe in this time.
Comes in motion. They'll bring the blitz. Throwing. Jumps and makes the catch.
That kind of
Give
looked like
him
a pick
time
play, didn't it?
to find a receiver.
Yeah, and with this guy, he doesn't throw it behind them. He doesn't throw it over their head. He throws it where they're going.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Let's turn it up, D. One of us gonna make a play. Let's go. Keep it up. We like to practice rules.
It's going to throw again. Uh-oh.
He can't stay inbound.
Oh. I thought the defender was going to get it, to be honest with you.
Number 18 was the intended receiver on that play.
The defender.
Second and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Watch out.
Probably going to need about
The home team come out in a dime package. Riggs, the motion man.
need about 30 yards or so to get in field goal range.
Throwing.
We got an extra ball on the field.
It's caught. This
That's
one
interesting.
spotted at the 46-yard line.
Can you say glitch?
Fifth of the game.
Hey, here's where
11-yard
efficiency is the key.
On the play.
They're down right now, but if they score before the half, it'll really help them out. They just can't afford a turnover that gives the other team a chance to increase the lead.
Nickelback in this time. Going to the air on first down. Gets rid of it.
There he goes up and gets it.
Grabs it. They've got something going here.
Plaxico burst again.
First down after another.
Seems like they like that matchup out there.
Drive here.
And it looks like they're going to go with a no-huddle.
What screen?
Pass play here on first down. Throws it. Went up there and he got it. They'll spot this one at the 4-yard line.
I believe that's Macklin.
Stop of the game on that play. They're going to keep it moving here. They're heading straight to the line.
In the hurry up.
Sends a man in motion.
14 seconds.
Defense, get ready. Here we go, baby.
Trying for the end zone before halftime.
Oh,
He was
oh.
Great play by the corner.
It sure was.
8 seconds left, so I wonder if they'll take the field goal, if they'll try to put it in the end zone.
It's second and goal at the 4.
Well, they're going to give it a shot. Well, they do have timeouts left, so maybe that's why.
This team has been unstoppable inside the red zone today.
With the pass caught by the fullback. on the left
Short
side.
one, not going to go anywhere.
Play up in the backfield.
Takes the timeout. They'll probably take the field goal here.
So they'll try to get the lead as we head to the half. The veteran connecting for the field goal. Carney looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Squib kick short.
Ball's still on the field. I wonder if halftime will fix that.
28. Stiff arm to the ground. We've reached the halfway point. Quite a contest to this point with the score. The visiting team ahead of the home team. 23.
The score
21.
is the away team.
As we take a look at his success returning
the home
kicks,
team.
we get ready for the
21.
kickoff.
No, doesn't appear to have fixed that.
Halftime is over. Now we're all set for the second half kickoff. Good distance
2-point lead for the Aces.
from the 3-yard line.
Hey D, happy Sunday, man.
It's still pretty early, but it's been an even game so far. We'll have to see.
I mean, it's not really Happy Sunday because I go back to work tomorrow, but at least I didn't have to go today, right? So I guess that makes Sunday happy.
Play hard and fast, baby.
We'll save the unhappy for Monday, right?
The visiting team come out with 8 guys in the box. Number 7 with a man in motion, going to the right. And he goes
Decent
out
run.
at the 41-yard line.
A successful running attack requires good blocking up front to be effective.
Ball on their own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
I caught your eye racing earlier with Dan when you got wrecked out.
There we go, D. What's the hard count?
With a counter play. Jones is there on the stop.
I just, there's just so much in that game that you can't control, and I just can't see myself paying that much money to be
Ball on their own
taken out by other people all the time. I just can't do it. Too expensive for me.
The deep back.
Keep the throttle down.
A little misdirection.
You remember Jakey Robo? I saw him racing a second ago.
There for the tackle at the 47-yard line.
He was, I don't know which ones he was doing. I caught it after he'd already started, so I don't know if he announced anything or nothing, but
You got to have good play calling, good blocking.
he seemed like he was in fourth from what I remember.
Let's go, boys. Knock him out. You gotta believe
Number 22. the lone
So he was doing all right.
play. Johnson comes up to make the play at the 47. No gain on that play as the linebacker slipped in almost unnoticed.
Yeah, he did a great job getting in there.
I guess he's no longer a fairway ninja.
3rd and 7 coming up here.
47-yard line.
back in the gun. Get me going. Come on.
Number 7 out of the gun.
Let's go, baby. Throw it.
Plenty of time.
Jeez, no pressure at all.
Run. Alexander makes the stop, and they'll be short of the marker. He didn't make it, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm gonna go for it. Surely they'll punt it. Still a close game. Yeah, they'll punt it.
Number 3 is ready to punt this one away. Number 18 lines up deep for the punt return. They'll spot this one where it went out.
The momentum has been
Well, I thought that was close to being out.
This one looks like it's going to be
In
a
the coffin corner there,
till the
but
end.
didn't quite get it.
1st and 10.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
It's showtime, baby.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it.
Good play
Had a
fake.
shot, but couldn't come up with it.
He can catch
He
just
dropped
about
it.
anything that the quarterback throws in his direction. But he couldn't find a way to quiet that one down and bring it in for a catch.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Let's turn it up, D.
Only one man back. He hands it off. Glover is there on the stop at the 24. Riggs picks up some tough yards there. Ball on their own 24.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
With 2 extra defensive backs, the defense is in the dime. Nice play fake. With a deep throw to the right side.
Almost
Makes a
picked
good
off.
play to break up the deep pass.
Yeah, he had great coverage, but the ball should have ended up in his hands, not on the turf.
Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3 and out.
And they're still up 2, so
From the 37.
Both teams have played pretty well so far. It's still anyone's game.
Do something. You can't stop me.
The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Pushes it out to the left. Number 56 drags the ball carrier down behind the line.
Daryl Talley with the tackle.
Pushed around out there. He's had a tough time finding any running room at all.
Ball on their own 35.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
All on us, y'all.
Only one man in the backfield.
Everything you got. Here we go.
With the pass.
Oh, good position by the defender.
Was his intended target. Rogers was there on the coverage.
Lucky that wasn't picked off.
Third and 13. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Gotta keep our boys in. Get it up. Watch the vertical.
Out of the gun.
Turn over, baby.
Steps up into the pocket. Throws it. And he
Triple coverage.
The offense executed the play just the way it's drawn up. The receiver just couldn't get it
I'm
under
guessing they'll
control.
punt again. Still a lot of time left.
Number 3 comes into the game for the punt. Number 18 into return. And he chooses not to return this one.
No one has really taken control so far in this one. It's still anyone's game.
I didn't notice. Is the extra ball gone now?
Ball on their own 15.
At the 15-yard line.
Might be. I don't see it.
Play football. Don't stop that motor. Come on.
Number 15 sends a man in motion.
Turn it up now. Watch each other back. Come on.
It's the toss to the right. Urlacher is there for the tackle. And he chases him down.
Brian tracks him down.
Line of scrimmage for a loss.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Clear. Clear. Watch your eyes.
The home team line up in a 4-3.
Looks like an audible.
They give it to the halfback.
Draw play.
This one will be spotted at the 18-yard line.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
Hey, let's go one deep. Watch your man.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Forte in the backfield this time.
With the pass. This pass is incomplete.
I'll tell you, the defense made a great stand right there.
Knocks it loose. And the Aces are going to punt it away.
Defense forces a 3 and out. This one goes out of bounds.
This one hasn't been decided yet. Each of these teams have played fairly well on both sides of the ball. So I could see this one getting decided by whoever has the last possession.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Here we go, baby.
Out of the I
Rock and roll.
formation. Number 7 sends a man in motion.
Let's go, baby. All right, let's go.
Well, we had 31 points at the end of the first quarter, so they have certainly slowed down some.
At the 37, the defensive tackle surged through the line to bring the runner down. Ball on their own 37.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
No more, fellas.
The visiting team with a 4-man front. Hand it off. Nice play fake. With the throw, the pass is
Picked off. Wow.
7 throws that one
Tried to
right
force
the
it that
defense,
time.
John.
Yeah, he thought he had his man, but the defender was able to make that one move to get position, and it was over.
Tried to force it.
After the defense gets the takeaway, they're now set to go at the 44-yard line.
Hey, strong.
The home team line up in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback.
He seems
Back to
put up
Riggs
pretty
up the
good
middle.
rushing totals week in and week out. That's exactly the kind of consistency that you look for in your ground game.
John, what are you talking about, dude? It's week 1.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Go make a play. We like to practice wolves. Everything you got.
And they go with
Another
the
draw
goal.
play.
Suggs comes up to make the play.
Suggs gets a tackle this time.
Pick up on the ground as they convert for the first.
Here's the thing. They were looking run and brought the blitz. But the back just used his vision and elusiveness to avoid him and get past the marker.
First and 10.
Good shoot. Let's turn it up, D.
The home team come out in a 4-3. Thorpe, the man in motion.
Stay both now. It's on.
Fullback handoff.
Oh, give it to the fullback.
Number 75 is there on the
Decent
stop
run.
at the 30-yard line. They get 2 first downs on 2 running plays.
They're looking to pound it at him right now.
First and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Thorpe back in the backfield.
This one is handed off. Setting up play action. Throws it.
Got a man. Oh, he comes down with it.
At the 8. Give him some time. He'll hit his man.
And the thing is, he doesn't care how big that window is. With his accuracy, everyone's open.
It's first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Was that 82? It's Ozzie Newsome if it was. He's had a couple catches in the game here.
It's the toss to the left. Ross is there for the
Can't get to the corner.
able to get a yard or two on the toss.
Tough to get around the corner on the defenses in this league. Too many all-stars.
And now they're 8 yards away from finishing this drive with a touchdown. The home team come out in a 4-3. Rolling out to his right. Throwing.
Oh, wide open.
Touchdown,
Newsome.
visiting team.
Watch this catch by the tight end. I always say the tight end is always more of a threat in the red zone. He's a big target, and his skills sometimes cause matchup problems for the defense.
Excuse me.
The point after is good.
That's going to stretch the lead.
Not only puts points on the board, it sends a message to the other team that if you execute properly, they won't be able to stop you. And they say 90% of the game is half mental.
Carney in to kick this one off. From the 3.
Oh,
This
thought
is
he
where
was,
you want to
thought he was
respond.
going to the house there.
This could turn into a battle for field position.
Hey, Lions fan, welcome in.
Their own 40.
At the 40-yard line. First and 10.
The visiting team line up in a
McCaffrey in the
4-3
backfield.
for 7 with a man in motion. Tosses it left.
Tossed it to him. Yeah, tough to get outside on these Ds, I'm telling you.
At the 41.
Too many all-stars.
With passes, keeps the defense on.
Thanks for stopping by, Lions fan. Just a quick explanation. These are custom-made teams, 32-league franchise, made with legendary players. It could be current players, but very important to their team, according to the football database that I used. Used Madden ratings and Mutthead ratings to get the ratings for all the players in the game. And then once all of that was done, randomly generated the teams and then input them into the game. And then I have a utility that I can make it into a franchise with. So that's what I've done. And this is game 5 of week 1. If you're interested in checking it out, there's some VODs of the previous 4 games, as well as the one that you're watching now. And if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, it's being used because of the ability to modify it. I don't know if any of the newer Maddens would allow me to do this kind of thing, so stay with what I know. And I'm kind of old too, so there's that. Oh, Urlacher got one.
Well, if you're going to get rid of it, you have to throw it where no one but your guy has a chance to catch it. That time to throw
I don't play any of the teams. I just want to see. I'm more of a stats person, and I want to see. I don't want to interfere in all of the legends to see who comes out on top at the end.
So they're ready to go on offense after the interception.
Kind of always been a thing for me. I do play sometimes, just not in this thing. I have like a Super Mega Baseball 3 that I stream every now and then, and I actually control one of those teams. But you have to in that game. The new one's coming out this month, and it's supposed to have it where you don't have to, so we'll see how that goes. I may do a similar thing on there.
Second and long coming up here.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
I don't know if I'll use real player names or not, but we'll see.
With a four-man front.
Yeah, I would love to be able to do this in the new versions, but I know they just brought it back out on PC, but I've not seen anything about being able to do custom teams. This one I have the utility to be able to turn the custom teams into the franchise instead of having to use the actual NFL teams. So I don't believe there's anything that'll do that in the new one, and I'm not even sure you can do all the helmets and everything that I've done in this version here. So I mean, I would consider upgrading if that was doable, but
Number 56 comes up.
I've seen them do them like the college teams, but under the actual NFL team, and that's not, I don't want that. I want it to be totally separate, like these are.
He decided to take it himself.
So on third down, they'll be looking for a play that will get
Because the way I saw the college done, you had to go into like the Seahawks and scroll down and choose the uniform for the college team, and that's not what I want.
That's exactly what not to do when you have the ball near the end zone. You have a lot less room to work with, and the quarterback
See,
can't
in this
throws like that.
in this version, I can put all the logos on the field like you see. I can do the end zone logos. I can do the helmet logos. I can do the team logos up there on the scoreboard. Can do all that stuff. And even the EA Sports and the EA I could change if I really wanted to. There's utilities for that as well.
stops him for negative yardage. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
Yeah, when you run up the middle, the offensive line needs to create some type of room. Otherwise, he's going to bounce right out.
So,
Places to run.
and then that's one of the things I like about Super Mega Baseball is 2 and 3. The 3 that's coming this month, it's very customizable.
Fires this one deep.
I'd have to look and see. It's just whatever the franchise schedule was created. I couldn't tell you if they're in the same division without looking once the game's over.
Took the ability to block out the entire field and focus on bringing them in.
They're inside the 50.
That was part of the creation, was randomizing which team replaced what NFL team. So that's what you have to do inside the utility, is tell it which one, like Reno Aces would replace, just for example, San Diego Chargers or whatever.
A yard or two. Second and 9.
And then you have to go into the game, create the franchise, and you have to go back to the utility and tell it that all the teams are created teams, and then that's when it pulls in all the logos and stuff.
They're going to spot this one at the 10-yard line. That's 3 tackles so far.
Which I believe
Fumbles forward for a
there
gain.
was I think I did a video for, just to kind of talk about what I was doing with it. I don't think it was coupled with the first game, but I could be wrong.
The visiting team.
But I think I even showed how I did it with the utility on that,
Drops back.
as far as getting them into the franchise and whatnot. I think I went over on how to create the
Number 18.
logos and stuff a little bit as well.
Catch of the game.
But, I mean, again, none of that does you any good if you don't have
And if they can get the
Madden
two
08,
here,
right?
make it a 3-possession game.
Although I think there's a couple versions that the utility works with. I want to say it's 7, 8, and 9, but I could be wrong again.
For a 15-point lead instead of making it a 3.
I hadn't used it in a while because I started a custom league that wasn't Legends of the NFL, and my hard drive crashed, so I lost everything for that one. So it took me a while to get everything made again, and to get my computer back to running the way it should after putting a new hard drive in it.
Got all of that one. From the 1-yard line. He lost it.
Uh-oh. Somebody grab it.
The visiting team.
Uh-oh.
Big play on special teams.
That's bad for the Pandas. Hey, welcome into the third viewer. Appreciate you stopping by.
Following the turnover
Just
now,
have a Global Legends Football League going. This is Game 5 of Week 1.
the home
All of the rosters are past and or present
Urlacher is
NFL stars, rated by how important they were to their team by a football database site. And then I went through Muthead and the Madden rosters to get all of the ratings and input all of the heights, weights, and numbers into the computer. I had to change a few numbers because of the limitations of the game. Like Chris Cooley in this game is 47, but they won't let you make a tight end 47 in this game, so he's 87. Stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm still showing 3, but he might have left. I could be delayed on this end, but that's fine. No worries. It's all good. Some people like it. Some it's not for others. It is what it is. I do it because I enjoy it. If people want to watch it, that's great too. Well, people don't even have to watch it. If they want to turn it on as background noise, that's fine by me as well. I'm not picky.
So this one will be from about 31 yards out.
In week 1, for anybody who's still here, I go into each roster before the game starts to show everybody who's on that team. I won't do that in future weeks just to kind of speed things up a little bit, but you'll learn who it is just by them making plays throughout the game. Hopefully you learn too many offensive lineman names, because that would mean they were being offsides and holding and stuff. So
From the 5-yard line.
this is on PC, but I do have a PS4 and I have an Xbox One. And I have some older systems as well, like PS3 and 360 and all that stuff. I think I even have a Sega running around here somewhere. I think it might be in my daughter's room. But yeah, I do have a PS4, but this is not on that. This is on PC. The Super Mega Baseball that I do is on PS4. Which, if you check out the VODs on my channel, should be a couple of those in there. I was going to do a season that I actually play on there. But they announced that SMB3 is coming out this month, so I actually simmed a lot of it. So I'm only doing like the end of the year, because it only has a season, but the new one will have a franchise mode. And it's supposed to have a way to import your stuff that you've created over into it. So kind of just putting it off a little bit until that new one comes out.
Number 27 is there for the tackle at the 41.
This is a guy who comes to play, and he seems to make big.
But yeah, I tend to lean towards games with a lot of customization. I got Maximum Football 2019. The gameplay's not quite where it needs to be yet, but it does have college football with the recruiting and all that stuff. So, oh, thanks for the follow, Lions fan. I appreciate it, man.
Brings it down, looking to run. Number 7 dives forward.
Stay safe, by the way.
At the 45-yard line.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the fourth quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense, because it keeps them off balance.
What do we got here? We got an 18-point game. The away team is winning. Pandas are in trouble here.
Going to the air on first down. Throwing. This pass is incomplete.
Especially if they can't hang on to the ball.
Out of the receiver's hands before he was able to get control of it.
Yeah, we see a lot of footballs popping up when he makes contact. And his instincts know when to deliver the hit and how to do it.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Watch out. Play hard and fast.
The visiting team come out with 8 guys in the box. Number 7 sends a man in motion. With the pass, he hits his
Well, they give him a first down.
comes up to make the play at the 34-yard line.
It's like Reggie Wayne on the reception. Yep. He's had a decent day. 81 yards and a touch. Apparently their defense has let them down a little bit. I missed some of that. visiting with the viewers here.
Looking for something long.
I was going for it. Oh, he was,
This pass is incomplete.
just looked like he was pushed out of bounds, didn't it?
Saves them from giving up a big play. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Danny. Here we go. Under 10.
Out of the gun. Blitz is coming. He doesn't want to take the big hit. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Yeah, getting close to the 2-minute warning. It's not looking good for the Pandas.
Charles, the lone setback. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Alexander brings him down before he can reach the marker. Number 87. Didn't get enough for the first. Fourth and inches.
Not here.
I'm coming through, baby.
Play defense. This is it. Yeah, stop. Lucky.
Cross play to the right. Houston is there on the stop.
He's a very dangerous runner when he gets to the outside. He accelerates very quickly, and he has the speed to outrun defenders if he can break into the open.
He's trying to get them back to the line. Floats one into the end zone.
Uh-oh. Wow, a lot of people around that one.
Too soon, and it missed the mark. The pass rush almost got to him.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing, this defensive coach sure has his defensive linemen pumped up.
12th play of this
Ball
drive.
on the 17-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Watch the play. Let's go. Be physical.
Key series here as they're in the red zone trying to stay in the game. He's going for it all. He's there for the catch.
And Reggie comes down with it.
Another touchdown pass. His second now. Showing confidence in his offense, he'll keep the special teams unit on the sideline and will try to make this a 10-point game. Smith moves in motion, looking for the corner. They don't get the 2 points.
Yeah, a long way to go still for him there. Looks like they kept it balanced on that drive, but it may have used too much time.
They have to get the ball back quickly, so they're going to try the onside kick. Here we go. The visiting team recovers the onside kick. No return here again. That's his third.
Roddy White
touchback.
with the recovery. At least I think it was Roddy White. I may have my teams crossed here. Let me make sure.
First and 10. Ball on the 42-yard
Yep,
line.
Roddy White.
They don't get nothing. Let's go.
They line up in the I formation.
Let's run.
A little misdirection.
I assume they'll run it for the most part here and try to chew up the clock.
At the 34.
And the timeouts of the other team, for that matter.
Plenty of in this game.
On the play.
Second and 2.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Fresh strong. There we go, D. You gotta have it, D. Come on. Check it. From the start.
Gave up to the tailback. Number 75 comes up to make
First
the
down.
play. At the 31. He pounds it in there for the first.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on. All right, here we go.
Thorpe, the deep back, number 15, with a man in motion.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Rush in.
Handoff on the draw. Glover is there for the tackle.
Yep,
Thorpe
working the clock.
moving,
Just
and
working the
7
clock.
hard-earned yards. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Actually, kind of surprised by the score, to be honest with you. I thought the Pandas had a pretty good roster there to hang with them.
Number 37 comes up to make the play at the 19-yard line. Thorpe picks up the first down. That's the second time on this drive he's been able to move the chains. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Watch the snap down. Hey, let's go.
I'm coming through, baby.
So they'll just wind the clock down and get out of here with a win. And there's the kneel down by the quarterback.
The home team didn't like that, do they?
It's second down.
Or fans, I should say.
On the 21-yard line.
Go make a play. Hey, let's go one deep. Here we come. Here we go. Get it up. We like a pack of wolves. Danny. Let's turn it up, D. One of us gonna make a play. Get some slack going. Under 10. Bring it up. We coming to rep.
He'll just take a knee.
That'll do it. Don't even have to snap it again if they don't want to.
Play football. You gotta believe it. It's our game. Stay both left. We fine. We good. Keep it underneath. All right, let's go. Ain't no way. All right, here we go. All right, now. Be careful.
Devontae Freeman in the game.
Can't stop me.
And Matt Forte, for that matter.
Now, big play. There we go, D. I can do it, baby. It's too much for him. Watch the play.
For a while, this looked like it would be a lot closer, but we end up with a 2-touchdown differential and a high-scoring affair.
The home team. 27.
This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
Alright, let's end that game and get it saved. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there, and I'll be right back. I think we're going to try to get one more in. But I want to start that so I can label it correctly, so I'll be right back.